Well, hello and welcome to Introduction to Industrial Organizational Psychology. My name is Dr. Linda Villanueva, and it is such a pleasure to be working with all of you this semester. Since the first day of class is typically devoted to only going over the syllabus, I thought we'd get things started by reviewing some of the basics of the syllabus. And if you have any questions, certainly don't hesitate to let me know. Let's start off with a little bit of introductions. Again, my name is Dr. Linda Villanueva. Most students refer to me as Dr. V. In terms of my education, I received a bachelor's degree in psychology from Colorado State University, and then I moved down here to Houston, where I received both my master's and PhD in IO, or Industrial Organizational Psychology. I currently work as a director of transitional education at Brazosport College, which is in Lake Jackson, about 50 miles south of Houston, and there, I oversee the implementation of a student success course called Learning Frameworks, and I also supervise the faculty who teach this course. I'm also in charge of the tutoring program and a couple of large-scale initiatives that are going on at the college. In addition to my primary role at Brazosport College and to teaching here at the University of Houston, I also am a faculty member for the University of Phoenix Online, where I teach master's level courses in the psychology department and doctoral level courses in the IO psychology program for them online. Let me introduce you to a really neat guy by the name of Andrew Joseph Pagoda. He's my go-to guy. He is the individual who has designed our Blackboard course, and he is going to be your best bet for helping you with any questions you might have about Blackboard. So if you have any questions, please go to him. But in addition, he's just a wonderful person to get to know, so don't hesitate to get a hold of him, and he is just wonderful. Let's go ahead and start talking about our syllabus. Please consider our Psych 3310 syllabus as the contract, which outlines all of my expectations for you. I suggest that you read through it thoroughly. It has much more detail than what I am providing right now in this recording, but I'll go through some of the highlights right now. Let's start off with the book. The only book that you need in this class is The Work in the 21st Century by Landy and Kant. It is the second edition. A lot of students will ask me, is it okay to purchase the older edition? It's totally up to you. I don't recall there being too many differences between the first and the second edition. They've combined some chapters and done made a few differences, but it's really up to you whether or not you want to make that decision. Let's move on and talk about your grade. Your grade is made up of a few different components. The first are a number of individual assessments, which come in the form of 3 online short answer or essay exams. Basically, the way this works is you can log into Blackboard anytime between Sunday at 12:01 a.m. when the exam is released and Thursday at 11:59 p.m. to take the exam. Once you log in, you will have 12 hours to take the exam, and it will be a completely open note and open book. Of course, that means that it's not open person, meaning you may not, under any circumstances, discuss any aspect of the exam with another person, including the posting of questions that can be viewed by the entire class on Blackboard. Instead, if you have questions, you should contact me or one of your TAs. The next part of your grade is to respond to 8 discussion posts in Blackboard. These will be short 300 to 500 word responses to questions that test your understanding of course materials. In addition to this, you will need to post 16 replies, 2 per unit, to your classmates' post. There's no minimum number of words required for the 16 replies. However, these replies should be substantive in nature. Let me talk about the substantive in nature part. Please keep the following guidelines in mind when determining whether or not your replies are substantive. Whenever feasible, try to relate your own experiences to our activities and discussions. So a simple "I agree" does not constitute a substantive response because it doesn't add anything of substance to a discussion. Instead, I'm going to look for comments that explore the content of the course and demonstrate collaboration among your classmates. Your posts should add significantly to our discussions by building on others' comments, suggesting alternative ideas, pointing out inconsistencies, and even at times constructively disagreeing. Remember, though, that our goal is to be collaborative, not combative. In an online environment, you have to pay attention to how you say things as much as what you say. Finally, the last part of your grade will be an IO case study. And basically, for this project, you'll work in groups of 3 to 4 students, and you'll need to sign up for your groups in Blackboard. Basically, I'll provide you with some information about a fictitious organization and ask your group to serve as consultants to address the issues going on with this organization. Your group will write a 5 to 7 page paper of your analysis. In addition, you'll also create a brief 10-minute PowerPoint presentation with speaker notes of your proposal as if you were going to present it to an audience, and I'll provide you with a comprehensive set of instructions with that shortly. Finally, that's it. That's all that makes up your grade for this class. This is a Blackboard course, which means everything you need for this class is located on Blackboard. So for questions about logging on, you might want to go to www.uh.edu/webct. You should get into the habit of checking Blackboard almost every day for announcements and or emails from me or your TAs. This is a great way of getting in touch with me, and it's a primary method that I prefer for contact with all of you. You will also be submitting all of your assignments via turnitin.com in Blackboard. And that will be very clear here how to do that soon. And then finally, you should pay attention to the announcements thread. So we will post announcements on the discussion board in Blackboard. The topic is called Questions and Announcements, and there's a link for this on the home page. Speaking of the home page, this is basically what the home page looks like. As you can see, all of the major categories are covered here. You'll find a copy of your syllabus here, information on taking exams, the questions and announcements threads that I just mentioned, as well as a special folder with tips on writing assignments that Mr. Pagoda has created for you. In terms of communication, as I said, Blackboard is the best way to reach me, but I'll also provide you with my cell phone number if you need to reach me there. That number is 832-444-2373. But you'll find that most answers to your questions can be covered in the syllabus or questions and announcements in Blackboard and that thread of Blackboard. If you're going to email me, please do keep in mind that I appreciate proper email etiquette, meaning that I would appreciate a salutation and a closing, no text message language, and keep your messages brief and to the point. Finally, you can earn extra credit in this class. I will point you in the direction of the syllabus for full details, but 5% of your total grade, which is about 30 points, can be earned for extra credit. You can participate in SONA, which is the online method of participating in extra credit research. The link is located in Blackboard under assignments. There's no need to submit proof if you participate in SONA online. But if you participate in other extra credit and you need to submit hard copies of extra credit are due on the very last day of class. And since it's an online class, we'd have to figure out a way to do that either through my mailbox or through my personal address. But let me know if you plan on doing any of that. So that's basically it, guys. I'll leave you with a quote that I love from the famous Yoda, who says, "Do or do not, there is no try." And I won't be seeing you next Saturday, but this is what I use for the face-to-face class. But be ready to work this semester. I look forward to getting to know each of you further. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Take care and goodbye.